Good morning, my friend. It's good to be with you again. Welcome to the 4th hour with Greg Belfrage. Yeah, I know I'm late. I just what did you think I was not aware that I'm 2 hours late today? Um, yeah, as I've got multiple Google accounts. I have a personal Google account, and then I have a Google account at work. And this is set up under my Google account at work. Unfortunately, my office computer was set to my personal Google account. And so when I went to launch the stream this morning at 9:30, it wasn't working, and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta wait 24 hours. What?" Well, if I just looked, by the time I realized it, it was past. Yes, I know. I'm slow to figure things out. Give me a break, would you? But I did figure it out. Slow, but I did get there. So, anyway, it was just under the wrong Google account. So now that's like another item for the checklist that I'm gonna have to go through every day. Make sure, Greg, you're logged into the correct Google account. So here we are, and it's great to be with you. So let's get to what is happening this morning. This cracks me up. The president, as you know, we talked about this at length on the program this morning. The president was late last night. He was not late, but his speech started at 10:30 Central Time last night, went until about 11:20 last evening. And so why was the president so late? Washington Examiner today, Democratic delay, why Biden's DNC speech happened in the middle of the night, which it did kind of for the East Coast. So it's because other speeches went too long. Other speeches went too long. Oh, oh, please. Oh, please. I think we know that was all by design. The other speeches went too long. It was in the we cut the people out of the program. It would have been even longer. Oh my god, seriously, even longer? Oh, no. What what a disaster as it was, but, oh, the idea that somehow, oh, speakers just went too long. It was not what we intended. I mean, seriously, from prime time to 10:30. That's what they're saying. You can read the piece at the Washington Examiner. Let's see what else is out there. AOC, of course, speaking last night. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was speaking. Here's the New York Post. She's being ripped for the fake accent that she used during her speech, during her fiery speech. She's been mocked as cringe and bizarre after she was accused of putting on a fake new accent during the speech. What is it with Democrats who put on these fake accents all the time? Haven't you noticed that's typical of Democrats? Kamala Harris did it, and has done it recently. Hillary Clinton has done it repeatedly. What is it about they're trying to, they gotta speak like I don't I just don't get that. Picking up a fake accent and then speaking with that and b like, what, you think nobody notices when you suddenly put on an accent? What is this? People were asking, "What accent is AOC using here?" So she was pretty fired up, and that of course, that's the legacy media. And you notice the legacy media, when it when it comes to Donald Trump, the legacy media does this routinely. Donald Trump, let's say, speaks for an hour, probably more like 2 hours. So, let's say Donald Trump speaks for an hour, and of that hour, 45, 50 minutes of it's right on target. Boom, 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 right on target. And that, the little bit where he goes off script and gets into Kamala Harris, more on that in a moment, there's another story. about some of the comments he's made recently about Kamala Harris. They focus on that little bit. When it comes to Democrats, it's the reverse. Democrats, you got this bogus accent, but let's not talk about that. Let's not. No, 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 no. We got to, sweep that under the rug. We'll ignore that, the phony accent that he's suddenly using, because everybody's going, what the hell? What's going on? Where's this come from all of a sudden? Right? Oh, it's absolutely crazy. So she's using a fake accent. Some critics, again, this is from the New York Post. One who said AOC speech was cringe. The fake accent was way too much for me. I called it DNC is cringe as all get out, one person said on the X. And then another, where did AOC get the new accent during her Scream Fest? Democrats scream speeches because they're not saying anything important, so they don't want you to understand. Occasional cortex is no different. Remember when she cost her district all the jobs? Yeah. Oh, pretty incredible. Another who said AOC speech was cringe. Fake accent was way too much for me. Max, oh, fake speeches or fake accents. Nothing new for the Democrats. Kamala's done it and has done it just recently. Hillary, again, did the same thing repeatedly. What is it with the Democrats putting on these fake accents? And none of it's real anyway, so it doesn't bother me. I mean, I know in terms of what they're saying, and it's all like it's a school play anyway. So the fake accent doesn't bother me in the least. But it does crack me up, honestly, every time they do that. I didn't watch last night. Seriously, I mean, watching the Democratic National Convention, I'd rather have another stroke, and I'm no fan of having a stroke. So, yeah, not that was not high on my list of must-do things. Here's another story I wanted to share this morning. Republicans worry that Trump here we go again. Are you ready? Republicans, Senate in particular, Senate Republicans. Oh no, that headline enough is Senate Republicans. Oh no, what now? What are the? What is it? What is it now? They worry that Trump is blowing their chances for a Senate majority. Let's see what's going on. Senate Republicans worried about this. Lindsey Graham. Well, this is a piece from The Hill. They have been quoting Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham was on one of the weekend shows. And he was, you know, concerned about Donald Trump and his policies. What did he say? I think this was on Meet the Press. So here we are, Tuesday morning. We're into a lot of new events, new headline. And here is The Hill is still focused on Lindsey Graham and his comments from Sunday. First of all, Lindsey Graham, there are moments when, I don't know, Lindsey Graham has a thought, and I go, okay, wow. And most of the time, though, it's like, give me a break. give me a break. So then this whole piece just goes on. Now that Republicans worry Trump's blowing their chances for a Senate majority. Oh, it's Donald Trump's going to blow it. No, you clowns are going to blow it. You clowns will blow it. Give me a break. Again, with love or hate Trump, whether you love him or hate him, and I never get to a point where I hate Donald Trump. There are times, though, where I go, oof, that was better left to oneself, you know? I'm sure you say that when you hear my show each day. Thoughts better left to oneself. Yeah, understood. Because I get done some days, and I know that. It's like, yikes. Um, but Senate Republicans, give us a break. Give your fellow Republicans a break. Stop with the nonsense. Lindsey Graham, oh, for heaven's sake. All right, couple of other stories I want to share this morning. And it is going to be a much shorter show today because I was late. Sorry about that. I just was signed in under the wrong Google account. And it really, again, I'm fighting the clock. And when you're fighting the clock and you're in a hurry to get things set up and to get going, because they got from 9 to 9:30. So when you're in a hurry, you don't see things that you might have otherwise seen. So I apologize for that. Disney now is backtracking after attempting to dismiss the wrongful death lawsuit over a widower's Disney Plus subscription. Do you remember that story? I shared it with you that Disney Plus, this guy was a subscriber of Disney Plus, and he and his wife had gone to Disney World and some things had happened. And unfortunately, she had lost her life. And so he's wanting to sue Disney. And Disney used his contract that he had signed with Disney Plus to say, well, you can't sue Disney. You agreed to it. Here, we've got your contract. You're a subscriber. And to Disney Plus, you cannot sue Disney. Now, apparently, Disney is dropping their bid to have this allergy death lawsuit tossed. So initially, they wanted it tossed out of court. You can't sue us. And you signed an agreement for Disney Plus, a streaming service, right? So you give up your right to sue Disney because you signed an agreement for a streaming service? I know. It's ludicrous. And now apparently enough people have told them it's ludicrous that they now have they've reversed course on this. So they are not attempting to block a wrongful death lawsuit, which just means they'll have their day in court. This will go to court and it will play out. And that's the way it will go. But Disney, more as if, I mean, seriously, wouldn't Disney be a place you'd love to work? Because you can't ever do anything wrong, right? I mean, they make wrong decision after wrong decision, bad decision after bad decision, whether it's on streaming services or in the way they handle, in this case, a lawsuit. I mean, they just make one epic bad decision after another. And so I wouldn't blame you for saying, hey, maybe that's a place I'd like to work. I can't ever make a mistake, man. Can't ever make a mistake. Oh, just crazy. Among other stories that are trending this morning, this is from Free Spoke. After reportedly pushing Biden out of the race, which Nancy Pelosi did, according to reports, Pelosi appeared unenthusiastic during the "We Love Joe" chants at the DNC. So here's Pelosi, unenthusiastic as the crowd was chanting, "We love Joe." Yeah, we love Joe so much we pushed him out of the party. What do you think of that? That's a deep-seated love for Joe that we have. Again, I watched this and I was a bit at a loss for words over the president being pushed then to 10:30 and the crowd. And again, you hear the president, and I heard the clips of the president in his speech last night, and the crowd was absolutely enthusiastic. And I'm like, what kind of nonsense is this? I mean, he's on at 10:30 at night to 11:30. What kind of absolute nuts? And they're cheering, "We love Joe." It's what I have said a number of times, the Democrat Party is all about emotion. Not reason, not common sense, not, you know, it's all about emotion. Everybody, "Oh, Joe, we love you, man. Now get out." I mean, that pretty much was the message from the Democrats. "We love you. Now get the hell out." Also, oh, this is from Breitbart this morning. The president last night, I didn't catch this. This was a portion of his speech last night. The president saying of Trump supporters. So what he thinks of me, right? He said Trump supporters can't think, can't read very well. Okay. You know what I can do? I can walk up a flight of steps to an airplane. I can do that. Um, you know what else I can do? I cannot trip on a sandbag that's planted right in front of me. Remember you recently hit that, stumbled and fell and uh so Trump supporters can't think, can't read very well. I read your comments well enough, Joe, to really be distraught by them, to be honest. I mean, this whole thing is just it's bizarro world, it's a circus, and it's nonsense, and there is literally, no reality there for me. So, anyway, I wanna thank you so much for letting me join you. I'm gonna cut it short there. Um, I don't have my usual I've got a very small number of people that usually watch these. And it's admittedly it's small, but they're there pretty regularly. Pretty regularly, they're there and they correspond with me. And I really, really appreciate those of you who are watching me on YouTube. Or if you're watching, I will post this to KELO.com here as soon as I'm done. I'll post this to KELO.com. Some people watch it there wherever you're watching, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's at kello.com, whether you're listening to my podcasts, whether you're listening to the radio show. I just want you to know how much I appreciate all of you. Um, you keep me going. Love the emails, the interaction on the phones during the radio show, interaction via emails, interaction here on YouTube. I just appreciate it all, and you so much for for inviting me into your home, um, your place of work, or if you're out on the go, wherever it may be. Thank you so much, my friend. Couldn't do it without you. So take care. We'll do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I promise we'll do it at 9:30. We'll do it at the regular time instead of today's 11:30 shot. So again, so long until next time, my friend, and may God bless.